like that name. Superintendent McCupcakes. What a fucking name. Welcome back to another episode of Who Got the Ox. I am your host. Trying to experiment with these episodes now instead of just talking to y'all, like using all my tools as I was saying before. What happened today? Warriors, the game. Warriors took game 5, I believe it was. They're up now 3-2 on the Celtics. They're going back to Boston. Warriors can close it out, win the championship on the road, or we will have a game 7, I believe, on Father's Day. I haven't really kept up with basketball since my Grizzlies got kicked out. And basketball's tough, man. Like, I hooped growing up. I played in the streets. I never hooped organizationally, if that's a word. But I don't, as a fan, I can't with the ticky-tack fouls, the inconsistent fouls, that's Draymond, we don't do that. Oh, that's Shaq. Oh, that's Jordan. That's a call. Like, oh, we're at their home. Of course they're going to get the calls. The road players play better at home. They suck on the road, like, because they're in another building in another state. Their road doesn't carry into, like, these mythological bullshit excuses that is just ingrained into the NBA. I can't get up with that, man. But when my team's in, I'm all for it. But right now, I'm not really paying attention. I'm hoping the Celtics win. These Warrior fans, boy, they're like right up there with the Cowboy fans. They're right up there with the used to be San Diego Charger fans. Who else? People are like that. Hell, the Patriot fans I heard were like that. Not me when I was a Patriot, but I heard the Patriot fans were like that. Who else is an annoying organization? Like, when you think about people who are just bandwagon, Lakers, right? Lakers are always there. Yankees, Dodgers, Giants, San Francisco Giants, Chiefs. You could probably throw. I don't think Bills got a bandwagon yet. I still think they're East Coast. Who else? They scream in Boston. Not really. We don't really give people shit for Boston. Red Sox, Houston Rocket or Houston Astros. And then if you go college, Duke, Kentucky. It's like they're just the most obnoxious. It's like, we get it. Y'all are one of the best colleges. Y'all won the most championships. That shit speak for itself. But you just got 17 championships. It's like, listen to yourself. You wasn't even around for like 80% of them trophies, bro. You can't even claim those. And even when you're around, you were like a child. Like, you've been around for like 1 trophy. Relax. But I don't like those fans. And then you have the LA Kings like that for hockey. I know the Red Wings were big in Detroit. Red Wings got the best gear. If you had to go gear, Memphis Grizzlies, the reason why I told you I'd end up choosing them between them and Phoenix was the gear. Anybody know the throwback Vancouvers? You see all the drug dealers wearing them. I hate that it's the mint green with the black with the Grizzly on it. Bro, some of the freshest gear, the shorts. I'm gonna try to cop some shorts this summer too. They got the best basketball gear. And I love Chicago shit. I just hate that the Jordan dick riders make it hard for me to wear a Jordan jersey. It's crazy how my brain operates like that, but I really never own a Jordan jersey because how many people have yelled and tried to force down my throat that Jordan was the greatest. Like, I would probably believe that on my own if you just let me ease into it. Is it Jordan? It's like, I don't want to wear shit, but they throwbacks be hard. The cursive Chicago, I love those. But yeah, Mitchell and S got some nice Grizzly shorts. The shorts that I like. So Memphis got the best basketball. Football. Who got a dope football? Oakland. Hey, you can say, not Oakland, Vegas. You can say what you want about Vegas. Vegas jerseys are hard. The simple ones, Pittsburgh's, Vegas. But the best one is the throwback Rams. When you go to that blue and gold, they got one of the best throwbacks. They were almost my football team. I was a free agent, and I was going to choose the Rams this year because they haven't been doing shit. And Stafford just came, and they really weren't picked to do anything. And the reason why is because I would be able to go to the games because it's in LA. I love their jerseys. Like, if you can give me when I'm choosing my teams, the gear matters. The gear matters because I'm gonna be wearing your shit. I can be wearing no ugly stuff out here trying to support my team. So, Rams was right there, and I didn't claim it. I didn't, for some reason, I didn't say it, and then they ended up winning the damn Super Bowl. So now I'm like, can't be the Rams team this year. But I narrowed my teams down. I haven't even updated people on this process, but I guess I can do it on my show. I've narrowed my teams down to 2 teams. I don't want to say them right now. But narrowed it to 2. I don't want to put it out there yet. So I'm almost getting there. As far as football, Pittsburgh, Las Vegas. Am I missing anybody? Seahawks I used to like, but then I don't really like all that highlight shit. It's hard, but it's kind of not like I feel like I've outgrown wearing that. I don't want to be 40 wearing that shit. Pittsburgh is tough. Raiders is tough. I keep stopping. Who else? Who else has a dope jersey? Oh, the Rams. The Rams is sorry, I went on a rant about that. The Rams is A1. I kind of like Buffalo's. I like Buffalo's blue. Steelers. I like the Browns, kind of. Not really. I don't really care for the Browns. That it. I like more. Oh, the Falcon. Oh, the throwback Falcons. Ooh, is it the throwback Falcons or the Rams? They're competing against each other right now. Because the throwback Falcons that had that big ass Falcon Phoenix wing that went straight down, and you can get a Deion Sanders, Mitchell and Ness. You put a Deion Sanders throwback Falcons jersey against what was a throwback on a Rams? Hell, you can go Marshall Faulk when they were in St. Louis. Put a Marshall Faulk in that blue and gold. Hey. Or who was the leading running back? He was just on the podcast too. I usually know his name. NFL most rushing. I can't believe I don't know his names right now. Top 10? Not all time. Single season, and a season. There we go. Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson throwback blue and gold jersey against a Deion Sanders Falcons. I gotta pick one. If you don't know these, Google these. These are nice jerseys that both male and female can rock too. That's what I love about it. Damn, boy, that's tough. You know how I'm thinking about that? It's literally a mix of who I am, right? Because I was born and raised. I grew up in the South. I grew up in Detroit, but I was a kid in Detroit. My teenage, middle school to high school years were in Memphis. So I feel like that's where the minor adult came in. So I grew up in the South. That's my Falcon connection. But now I've lived in California longer than I lived anywhere else, which still trips me out to this day. I was talking to Bianca. I was like, it's crazy. Like somebody like her and people. There's other people in the world who like grew up in one city, went to school, played the Pop Warner team, the middle school. You knew the coach, the principals, all the way up. You work in that town. You get married in that town. That's currently what Bianca's doing right now. That's currently what she's doing right now. And I'm like, I've lived in 3 different time zones. I've lived in Central, I lived in Eastern, and I lived in Pacific. Just that alone is crazy when you really think about it. Like, there's a lot of things about my life that's just wild that I just go with. But when you really break it down, like, that's wild, bro. I've been to like countless amount of schools. I don't know if I ever told this story. I don't know if I have. I went to, I'm pretty sure I have, but whatever, I'll tell it again. I went to 3 schools my 6th grade year. 3. Imagine getting signed up for 1. You make your friends. You get a routine. Bop. 2. All right. You got to knock back down. Got to meet some new people. Like, think about the mental toll we had to go through as a kid. Like, as adults now, we have more control on who we're going to be around and situations that allow us to be comfortable. And like, as a kid, it was like, bro, these are my friends. These are my new people. All right, who can I trust? Oh, these are my friends. These are, and this was before like social media was like a big thing where you can keep in touch. And the 3rd school I went for the last 7 days on Spirit Week. The last 7 days on Spirit Week. Didn't do any learning. Hula hooping, bowling, you know, Spirit Week is like the last week of school. We just had all type of events at the classes, dodgeball game, and we saw the schedule. We was like, oh, Friday is the dodgeball game. They always say that for last, so we always, the boys always look forward to the dodgeball game. But yeah, bro, like 3 schools in 1 year. I've different weathers. I've seen Detroit snow. I've had southern heat, tornadoes, hurricanes. I felt earthquakes, West Coast ocean life. Like, that's crazy. But now I'm chilling here now, though. I don't plan to move. I mean, I can't even say that confidently, man. With the California, bro. Like, we got lucky because we was able to buy a house, but we narrowly escaped the renting bullshit that is going on right now, man. I feel for anybody renting in San Diego because, bro, I had a unit we stayed in. It was a 2-bedroom. It was a real nice, one of the nicest units. I could say that we lived in like 9 apartments, but every apartment we moved, I always went up. And the reason why we moved so much is because apartments like to pull that bullshit when they go, hey, we're going to raise your rent $50 for no fucking apparent reason at all. Actually, our service is going to get worse, but we're going to raise the money. And I was like, well, if this is what we're going to be paying anyway, if we stay here, let me go shop and see what else we can get. And then I found, oh, look, we can get stainless steel. Bye-bye. And like, I slowly became a realtor. Like, I can sniff an apartment out. Like, people would come to me. Not as much now because I don't live in San Diego no more. But there was a time where brothers, friends, whoever was out here would come to me or be recommended to me. And I'd be like, oh, what's your range? What's your budget? What are you looking for? A split floor plan? Because, you know, I break that shit down like in a washer and dryer, garage access, split floor plan, nothing under 1,000 square feet. Like, I really dig in there. So people will come with me with a list. I go, ba 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 ba. And I'm like, damn, they couldn't find this. Boop, 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 found this, send it back. And they go get a fucking apartment. I didn't even charge for that shit. Like, I was really out here giving people jobs. And I was getting people shelter and homes, bro. And it was just part of my day. Hold on right quick. Somebody wanted me to look up some apartments real quick. Like, what normal, think about your day. Think about your day to day whenever you're hearing this. At some point, did somebody come to you and treat you like a fucking travel agent? Because that happened to me on a regular basis, bro. This shit was nuts, man. And the fact that I'm not from here always blew my mind. I'm like, how am I getting people jobs? And I know these fucking streets and these apartments. Like, bro, I was shopping for apartments during Craigslist days before it got weird and dangerous, where like you was still meeting up with people off Craigslist. That shit sounds nuts to me now. If you're not using fucking OfferUp at this point and meeting at a damn police station every time, 1, you're doing it all wrong, and 2, you need to stop what you're doing. You need to be meeting on OfferUp and try to deal with the accounts that make you go verified. I verified all my stuff, so they want a picture of your ID. I scan all that shit. So if somebody has that star, you know they went through, that's them. Like, don't be selling to pictures of skateboards and shit. Like, 9 times out of 10, that's gonna be a bad link up. So do not do that. But yeah, I was shopping Craigslist. I remember I went my first apartment. I was finna go out on my own. So I was like, all right, this is what I'm making. I was working at Big Five, making like $9 an hour. And I think I stuck out my chest and got brave enough to get $9.25. I worked at Big Five a year and a half. I left making $9.25. I think about that now. But that just shows the times, because even at $9, I was able to pay rent and all that shit. So there's I'm getting ahead. I'm gonna tell you my first apartment, but first job making $9 an hour. What was the point of this story? What was I getting at? My first job was making $9 an hour. Oh, just the thought of that is fucking crazy. To be making that money, it's like, what? And survive. Oh, that's what I was getting at Craigslist. Look, I keep rambling. So I was making $9, which is crazy. And I went to look at a granny flat. And basically somebody built the granny flat, had I remember the guy sold it to me. You get your private entrance, you have your driveway right here, and cable utilities and all that is included. $700 a month. And when I tell you, when I got that first taste of like freedom, like, oh shit. And it was just like a little studio, like at the room over there. I still remember it, a little kitchen. But I just looked out like, yo, if I can get $700 a month, this is mine. Like, all this would be mine. And I couldn't get it. I think I wasn't making it $9 a fucking hour. I did math like, yo, even if I worked 40 hours and it wasn't a guaranteed 40, it was a part-time job, I still like, and I sometimes I thought I was gonna convince myself, like, I mean, you have to get rid of your phone, internet, blah blah blah, and not go out. Like, well, shit. I mean, from my own spot, I could bring the party to me. Like, I was trying to ration, but I couldn't do it. But to what I was getting to, our first apartment we lived in, Bianca and I lived in, was 1080 at Mesa Palms Apartments on Convoy. No, I think it turns into Linda Vista Road, right over there by Kearney High, right over there by Mesa College. Mesa Palms apartment was like a 737 square foot loft type of built, but it was narrow as fuck. You walk in, as soon as you open the front door, there's stairs. And when you go up the stairs, there's a closet, there's a bathroom, there's like a hall closet, a bathroom, walk-in closet, and then the bedroom was just there, no door. So that's why it was like kind of lofty, but that was the entire upstairs was a bedroom. You go back downstairs, you make a right, little living room spot, a wall, and then you got the stairs coming down, so you got a wall facing some stairs, a little square for the dining room, and a little U for the kitchen, bro. And they had hundreds of people packed in these small little, like, when you step out and look at it, like, I forgot where I heard on a movie or a doc, and it's like, it's crazy how humans just are conditioned to just stay. Like, we have this entire world to roam. Like, we're supposed to be just traveling and just working odd jobs here and there and just living. And instead, we all like to get in these little fucking boxes and just they just build them up, and we're all just in the box, and we're proud of that little box. Like, look at this little ass 700 square foot box I got for 1080. Like, I'm proud of this. Like, you stick your chest out because you own 700 square fucking feet. Like, condition for that shit, bro. 1080 though, 1080. Water, sewage, trash was all included. All we had to pay was electric. Electric bill was like $18, bro. So my bills to live was fucking 1080, 18, and 1090, $1,100. 1,100. We was busting down 1,100, and I'm sure people from where I'm from, Detroit and Memphis, like, bro, what the fuck for that small? Yes, bro, that was a deal. That was a deal. A studio was like 800. Imagine people who live in California right now. A studio, when I got my first apartment, a studio was like 800. Studios go for like 2 racks right now, bro. And they say that shit with a straight face. That was one of the things as we were getting older and I started seeing like how fucked up the idea of living in an apartment and how like they would just get away with pet rent and never hold up their end of the deal, but always was charging us for amenities. Amenities was always broke. It was like, but they was taking that shit out your rent. It's like, what? You ain't fixed this shit in 8 months. Where's the amenity money going, bro? You should have a surplus right now because the amenities ain't working. Pool fucked up. And they always put a tennis court. Like, bro, ain't nobody playing tennis over here, bro. Should have been a basketball court, but then people kept stealing rims. I grew up in a ghetto. Rims was getting stolen from apartments. Motherfuckers would steal rims from hotels and apartments and being nailed that bitch up to the post by they crib or on their garage, bro. Hell yeah, used to nail them up on a garage, bro. They was stealing. That's what I'm pretty sure that's the reason why they put tennis courts now, because it was like the most you could take is this fucking net, and we don't care about it. I used to hate apartments with tennis courts. We used to just play basketball that bitch with trash cans or some shit, bro. We be racing. Ain't nobody had no damn tennis racket or no ball. But yeah, I think as I got older, what killed me was how they said it with a straight face. Motherfuckers be super professional. Like, yeah, so basically you're gonna have a 1 bedroom, 760 square feet, 1 bathroom, water, sewage, trash is separate, electric is separate, you have a pet, so pet rent's gonna be extra $50, and then your pet also needs a deposit. Yo, check this out. They used to charge, this is one of the biggest scams to me on planet Earth, bro. If there's one thing I love about owning a home, if not anything else, is not paying extra money for my fucking dog, bro. They will charge a security deposit for two humans to live. You know how you put $600 down, like $600 down on an apartment, bro. First of all, they used to make you put money down. Anyway, the whole apartment shit is ghetto. Like, yo, you want us to hold this shit? Put some in our palms. You feel me? Or we going to the next one. Some mob shit, bro. But they used to have you put 600 down, and then your pet also 500 security deposit, right? Now, first you're probably thinking, oh well, there's a higher chance of being more damaged because there's an animal, right? And you would be right. And you would say you put that $500 deposit down, and if there's some extra pee stains or you gotta get out of the carpet, pull it from that 500, right? Mm-mm. No. There's also pet rent. Pet rent, the number one crime in America. It should be on the most wanted. If you've seen Pet Rent, he's probably 6'6" with a beard. Like, who the fuck is Pet Rent? Pet Rent, bro. $50, and they varied. Some did 35, but most of the time $50. So now you have your rent and a security deposit, and then you're like, oh, we're gonna need another one for the pet. All right, well, okay. Oh, and then on top of that, while we sitting on this security deposit that we're gonna use for any extra damages, you're gonna pay $50 a month for that fucking dog to sleep in his house. Like, what? Yo, what's the deposit for, bro? Oh, and only to walk around, and the doggy bag station is always fucking empty. It's like shit in the yard, because that's what Pet Rent's supposed to keep up the bags and keep up. We're gonna build a dog park, bootleg ass dog park. Got rocks coming up in between the grass and shit, and they just do it and let you question one thing, and it's like, was it there before you got there? Can you prove it? No, you can't prove it was before. Well, we're gonna assume you did it. It's like once you moved a lot, you became a vet. Like, yo, make sure you take pictures of everything, the cabinets, and that scratch is like you getting a rental car. Like, cause they gonna, for sure they gonna try to put that shit on you, and you got proof that you made calls to get it fixed, and y'all never did. Like, you needed all that, because if you couldn't prove yourself without a shadow of a doubt, they was taking that out your motherfucking deposit, bro. And I swear they gonna get the most expensive prices to paint over screws and nails and hair, bro. I swear to God, it's like, negotiate my shit, man. Try to save me the most amount of money. Don't just be going out there, fucking spin the wheel, ding, yeah, all-star painting. Yeah, yep, we'll take that. Yeah, whatever. You want to add the scent? Yeah, add that scent. Yeah, the manager special, all that bootleg car wash shit. Like, they just take your money and fuck it off. And I really think what happens is they go do that under a name, but this company really charges this much, and then they pocket that shit. That's my conspiracy theory. But I believe they be pocketing all type of shit, man. And then another thing that tripped me out is the fact that our water, sewage and trash was more expensive in a apartment than it is in this entire house. Because that always bugged me about apartments too. They charge water based off square footage. It don't matter who in that bitch running water. So you can have a motherfucker in a 2-bedroom or a 1-bedroom stuffing 6 people in there, and they just using water all day. But it's a 600 foot, so that's what. And then you have me and Bianca just by ourselves. Second bathroom ain't even getting water, don't even get used for months, but it's a 1,000 square foot, and we getting slapped. Like, bro, we was on vacation for 2 weeks. We ain't even turned water on. Where the fuck y'all get this from, bro? Like, rip-offs, man. Rip-offs. I didn't bring no fucking water up here. Jeez. I just went on a whole rant. It's rough out here in California. I guess is my point. And we just luckily got out of that renting space, because it was mob shit. Like, I still have a come to grasp moment when I'm like, yo, like, my mortgage is just gonna stay the same. Like, no matter once we make more and more, it's like, because before you was competing, like you would get a bump in pay and then a bump in rent, then a bump in pay and then a bump in rent. Like you was never, you was just. But now it's like mortgage, bump and pay, mortgage, bump and pay, mortgage, bump and pay, bump and pay. I'm like, oh shit. So this gets better over time. Cool. And it slowly hits me too, because obviously being young when we bought our house, when we get it, 20 at the end of 2020, so we were 30. I was so caught up in the process, bro. I That was a process of all processes. When I tell you, I could have been a president's aide, boy. I knew how to cut, copy, paste, scan. If the printer wasn't working, it was like an audit. It was like, hey, we need these papers in like 10 minutes, so you got to go back and try to get them up for them. And like, bro, I was on it while working a full time job. Going up where I live is like an hour outside of San Diego. Now my weekends were basically I would have 4 to 5 to 6 houses booked because I'm not finna drive all the way up there for one house. And we would go up there like we have breakfast. We got 2 right here, and then we got a gap we can eat, and we got 3 more. And I'm looking, and I'm learning as I go. Like you see a first one, it's just like wow, a house, and then you start learning like oh look at the walls, oh you smell that, oh look at the carpet, oh you could tell they painted. You start seeing all the shit. Like I became a fucking inspection pro. You couldn't get nothing by me. I was like, see that? You see that? Grab that handle, flip that switch, make sure you smell that. It's like I do all the shit to check for it. So we did that early, and like people, I was so caught up. I like people was like, wow, and I remember everybody's just like, whoa, and wow. And I'm just like, damn, like we done lived in like 7 apartments, so to me it was just the next step. But as you get older and you're in here a while and you start hearing stories like how people are like 35 and like I'm just trying to get my first home, and if I die, at least if I could just own something to pass, like that's somebody's legacy, that's somebody's war cry. Like if I go out on my sword but it gets a house that I could pass down, I've fulfilled. And I'm sitting here at 30 that made a studio out this bitch talking to nobody. It's just like, ah, there's a mansion next, right? I just go up. I don't really know what's going on. Like, no, this is cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is way better than apartments, but I mean, it ain't no marble in here. Like, we don't have a pool. Like, I'm just been blessed to just be able to be a forward thinker. Like, people don't even understand that some of the shit we take for granted. Like, some of us are able to be forward thinkers. Do you understand how good your life have to at least be able to just live in this day and already be years ahead, planting the seeds of oh when this happened? Cause that's all I do. I'm just constantly like, okay, this is the path I want to go. Well, once I go this way, I'll stop that, and then if one of these 2 things happen, I'm most likely gonna pick this one because well, hold on. Before I go that way, well, no, because you heard somebody said they rip people off. Oh, I'm gonna go this way, and hopefully, when I go this way, 3 of these opportunities happen. Like it happened for Kevin Hart. Like if I get into, bro, my brain is like out of here, right? But you don't think like out is a blessing because there's some people who have to think of the present day they're in, where I'm gonna eat, where I'm gonna sleep. Am I in danger? Somebody's after me. They gotta think about every second, and I'm just like coasting, like shit, what's next? What's next? I want like my aspirations. My aspirations are so wild that I almost feel guilty for having them. If that makes any sense. I almost feel guilty like, damn, the fact that I'm able to even dream this big is crazy. That's crazy. Like I'm who I was born into is a fucking crapshoot. I could easily, of all the people we've met in life, think of all the people who's so far that have had very tragic, sad endings. That was a dice roll. You didn't know if that could have been. It's probably still can be me. And that's the other part. It's like don't act like you've crossed some finish line. Like shit can happen that fast, and you're right, but you're in there with them now. Now you're one that you felt like you got chosen the sad role in this movie of life because everybody's a character. There's going to be people who are Elon Musk, Bill Gates, who were destined to be that, and they're playing their role in the movie. And there's going to be some people in the middle who experience both. And here at High, there's gonna be some joyous stories, some from the mud stories, and then there are some people who have to play the poor people character, the depressed, suicidal character. Like that was your package deal that you were given. The way you were brought up, this was your destiny. This is how it was supposed to go. You weren't supposed to see billions. You weren't supposed to live to 80 and have grandchildren and have a loving life and travel the world. No, 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 no. Your destiny was to go early. Crapshoot. And motherfuckers who ain't dealing with that shit have the nerve to be like mad about shit. It's like, yeah, you could feel emotional about something, but understand it can be way worse. So whatever you mad about, get over that shit, cause on the grand scheme of things, it means nada. So yeah, sorry, man. Where my brain goes. It's starting to get fucking out of here. Oh, you know what? God dang it! I hope that air purifier, that bitch right behind the mic too. I hope that didn't come in. I have a setting that the mic doesn't pick up until I put enough force, and I hope it didn't come in like and I'm gonna be pissed. Hey, I wanted to turn that fan on. Woo! Hey, yeah, y'all shouldn't hear that. Hey, if y'all hear something, it's hot, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I can give quality, but it's hot, bro. And I don't really feel like turning the air on because I live in California. Expensive as shit. I don't have the fancy the what's the things you put on your roof that everybody's bragging about? My electric's like $3.44, man. I run my shit all day. I don't have those, the solar panels. I don't have the solar panels yet. Coming soon though. But one thing you're gonna learn when you buy a house is like be careful what you ask for, man. Them apartment tendencies, boy. You clean a house, you can deep clean an apartment in a clean 30. Like 30 minutes, you standing there with that proud soccer mom look like because that's how fucking small. Like you be sweating clean 30. If you wanted to move some furniture, get under that, like 35 minutes. You can have the rest of your day and leave knowing you got a germ clean house. A crib, like what's this? I live in a two and a half, 3 bedroom, 1,700 square feet, 2 floor. And the way they cut it, it feels bigger than 17 because every room has its own space. One spot, like the kitchen, I clean the kitchen tough. My lower back aches, bro. It's like that's it. I'm looking at the fireplace room. I ain't touched the dining room. I ain't touched the living room. I ain't touched the stairs. I haven't even touched all upstairs. That's 3 rooms, another bathroom, a loft. I ain't done no yard work. Like you get what I'm saying? Like that's one shit. So that's something to get used to. A lot of cleaning. And I'm saying that I'm gonna look back on this one day because I have aspirations of living in a big ass crib. I'm gonna look back on this and be like, look at me bitching about 1,700. Now I got 8 acres or some shit. But yeah, that clean ain't no joke, boy. Like you gotta map time. Like yo, like don't hit me from, what I'm saying, 2 to 6. Like I'm gonna have the music blasting. I don't want nobody interrupting my playlist and I'm probably gonna be sore afterwards. I think I've been sore after every germ spring clean we've done so far in this house. I've been wore the fuck out. Then you start seeing how your parents like, boy, ain't nothing. There's nothing like cleaning your crib though. Cleaning it, let it be like a football Sunday or something on TV, and you crack over one of your favorite beers. Like especially for me, because I don't drink that much. So to me, that's still like a grown thing. I know some people like, hey, I'm doing bumps. Like, what you talking about? Like, I'm way past beer. You crack open a beer and it's just like, I'm watching a good football game. I'm laid up, but then I started reflecting like, yo, I did everything. That's a cold feeling. That's a cold feeling, man. I like that feeling. So wouldn't trade it though. But we all be like, I want big houses. Hopefully, if you got the money for the big house, you got money for the cleaning crew. But then that's when you run the risk of getting robbed, getting set up. Like, cause I'm skeptical like that. Like, I clean my house a month at a time. I don't want no random motherfuckers in my house knowing how to get in, the layout, You gotta trust somebody with the gate keys and the codes and some head of security. Hell no, because times get hard. Like think about all the people that aren't even famous, just like people that have enough money to have like maids or butlers. Imagine the fear they must have had when the pandemic hit, bro. Like you had to fire your employees because they can't come near you. You ain't no company. You was just able to pay some people like a company. You firing them, and now they know your ins, your outs, your schedule, your week. They know where your gun drawer. They know where everything at. I'd be scared for man. Look, spook. Because when times get hard, motherfucker might respect you and blah blah blah. But when a motherfucker back to the wall, they gonna have to. It's human instinct to choose self. Never take it personal if might get they back to the wall and they drop on your ass. I know we commend that shit. Like, yo, he didn't snitch. He took, you know what I'm saying? He stood 10 toes down, bro. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, I had plenty of opportunities to be a hoodlum, a street dude, a gang member. Like, I had a lot of rope and a lot of freedom growing up, and I just chose not to. But I just never got the idea, like, bro, like you get in a situation where like because you don't have any charges or something like that, like, or you just got to take the rap because this guy's the leader, and you know what I'm saying, you keep your mouth closed, we take care of your friend. Like, bro, I ain't taking no 10, 15 for some shit I ain't doing. No badge of honor. You crazy. I always say snitching work like this. Snitching, telling on somebody ain't snitching. Snitching works like this. To me, this is snitching. It's so funny to hear like all these debates on BET and all this shit. Like, what's snitch? First of all, I'm like, you don't see country and all these other motherfuckers. Like, think about the concept of the show where they have people like, what's beef and what's snitching? You have African American superstars who have made it out their environment. They're famous superstars who are out of this world, and you got them debating street code. They ain't in them streets. You ain't gonna go ask Tim McGraw to tell us what snitching is. You ain't gonna go ask fucking Britney Spears, but you gonna ask our top tier people, like, yo, what's snitching? Like, I am a businessman. Don't be asking me no ghetto ass question like that, bro. But look, this is what snitching is to me. If two people are doing the same dirt, so I look at you, you look at me like, yo, let's go rob this spot. And we go rob this spot, and I get caught, and the other guy doesn't, right? Snitching to me is telling on him. Like, no, 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 no. Y'all both were doing dirt. He didn't. He was able to get away. You just got to take that one because you got caught. He didn't. The job was not to get caught. You failed the job, so you got to take the punishment. To go in and be like, not only was it me, it was Ralph too. Like, Ralph, come on down. If I gotta go, that's snitching. What kills me is if you go rob a bank, you come to my house and you're like, yo, bro, you know, it's pandemic. I got an idea. Like, we gonna hit a lick. And I go, I don't want to go to jail. I care for my future. So I'm just gonna stay home, watch some basketball, and be a family man. And you go, all right, bet. And then because I shook your hand when you got caught, my DNA somehow got on there, and then you like, yo, they already think it's you. Just take it. Like, you my man. Like, no, 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 no. I'm telling on you. I'm telling on you. Because I made the decision to stay home. You made the decision to go do it. Therefore, whatever the fuck happens, you should be taking it. If I'm your man, you should be taking that because you did it. And I said no. See what I'm saying? Like, I chose not to go to jail. But they try to call that snitching. Like, yo, that's your man. Like, they are, take it. If he go, that's his second, third. He gonna end up going life. If you go, you only gonna do 7 to 8. And they say that shit like, like, bro, 7 to 8, bro. I couldn't even do a week. No, let me say I couldn't. I feel like I could do anything. I would not want to do a week, let alone fucking 7 to 8. But yeah, that's wild. I don't even know how I got on that. Anyway, let me get up out of here. This was fun. I guess the music has stopped. I don't know when, but I was gonna be like fade in. I felt like I was gonna have some dry spots, but I was able to go the whole time. So I didn't do the drops in the beginning, but Who Got the Aux Media on YouTube. My videos are getting better and better. My views are getting up. I think I got some. You should go check me out. Who Got the Aux Media on YouTube. Subscribe, all that good stuff. WhoGotTheaux.com for full audio episodes. And Who Got the Aux, one word, for TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you for joining me on this. I'm going to be experimenting. So if you like to be spontaneous and like different shit, definitely tune in these next couple of months because I'm trying to fine tune my shit. It's not just gonna be traditional. Welcome to another. We're just gonna be seeing what happens. So, been a good episode. See y'all at the next one. Be sure to subscribe to my other videos that I'm gonna be dropping. My YouTube how-to videos. I've dropped the how to start a podcast, how to start working out, and how to tips for working from home. So if you can feel like you can relate to any of those, check them out. And playing some music out. I'll see y'all at the next one. Peace, 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 peace.